be the last one standing. 2 hands in the air, I'm a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm a soldier. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Ali. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm stronger. Bet my dues, can't lose, I'm my own, yeah. Hey, I've been working my whole life, and now it's do or die. I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion. When they write my story, they're gonna say that I did it for the glory. But don't think that I did it for the fame, yeah. I did it for the love of the game, yeah. And this is my chance I'm taking. All them old records I'm breaking. All you people watching on the TV, you go ahead and put your bets on me. Hey, I've been waiting my whole life to see my name in lights. I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion.
Born champion. The C is for the courage I possess through the trauma. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience. Money comes and goes, so the M is for motivation. Gotta stay consistent, the P is to persevere. The I is for integrity, innovative career. The O is optimistic, open and never shut. And the N is necessary, cause I'm never giving up. See, they ask me how I did it, I just did it from the heart. Question the competition, been doing it from the start. They say that every champion is all about his principles. Carry.
I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion.
Yeah. Surpassed all rivals. It's all about who wants it the most. Fight for what we believe in. That's what champions are made of.
Yep. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cedar Lake Speedway here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It is the 19 Motorsports Foundation 5.6 Graphics Super Late Models. Again, here at Cedar Lake Speedway, I'm Alex Robinson. My producer tonight, I think he's joining me, I'm not sure. It's Steve McMillan.
Why? Why should I join the best?
Oh, I hear a smirk. I hear a laugh. So I don't know if that's a good sign or not.
Well, good evening, Alex, and welcome everybody to Ultimate Dirt TV. 23 super late models are signed up in the pit area, and I believe all 23 we got to feature tonight. I believe.
All 23, it sounds like it. But also, look who's making his season debut here. He's sitting 20th right now. Hopefully, he picks up some speed. It's our own BJ Duvall.
He don't need nothing. He only thing he's doing is trying to show out. At least we call him for his wrecks or or his little temper tantrums. We can't do that.
Who knows? maybe tonight he can get in the top 3. Who knows? But look at this.
I bet my paycheck that he will finish in the top 3.
That's all right. You gotta give me some kind of hope.
But with us joking around, we do welcome you. Thank you for tuning in. And it's qualified time. And I believe, Alex, you have the qualifying order, I hope.
I do not.
Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to play Guess That Driver.
We're going to wing it here, but guess what? We're good at winging it.
We
Especially
are.
the two of us.
That's right. I think they just want to see what we can do, I don't see anybody going to the track yet, but just because I don't see them don't mean it happens.
You never know.
Well, qualified on the board is going to be group qualified. And as soon as we see the cars, I believe it's somebody over there. We just got to figure out who it is. Well, I believe Evan C. in the 33 machine and Ryan Underwood. Teammates out on the track, the 46 of Ryan Underwood and the 33 of Evan C. with Team VLR on the track now to put down their first time lapse. Also on the track is Davin Cardwell, the 70. We will not be able to see him until these drivers cross the start-finish line. But I can tell you this, Evan C. on top of the charts with a 13.096. Underwood with a 13.160. Now we're going to the number 70 machine of Davin Cardwell. Out on the track there. He's third quickest with a 13.272. 13.272. Let's see if he can do any better. He hits the wall. He does not. Coming out on the track next, you see the 71 machine of Mario Perez, Josh Thomas in the 27, and Tanner Tomasi.
Tanner Tomasi out here in that 09, the Tomasi posse. Let's see what kind of time he can put down. Remember, he's been impressive over the past few weeks here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Can he beat that 13.096? And Steve McMillan, the question has to be, we're early on in qualifying. Can somebody break in to the 12-second margin? There you see Tomasi going 13.123. Again, 13.123. Tama, 13.429. And Perez, 13.459. That was our first time. Tomasi will not improve. Tama will not improve. And Perez will stay there as well. So those drivers sit 2, 5, and 6 right now. As here is your next group, and it will be Edward Farmas and Damian Kiefer.
Yes, 2 cars on the track. There's Damian Kiefer, the 0 machine out on the track with Eddie Farnas. Eddie Farnas picking up the green flag down the front straightaway. We'll find out who your third car is momentarily. The 21 of Eddie Farnas down the back straightaway at turn number 3. You see him get a little tight there in the middle of 3 and 4. He puts down his first time lap. Let's see where he qualifies in. 5th quickest. Your third qualifier's Travis Gardner, or he's at the top of turn 4. How about that?
Travis Gardner will be out for next qualifying group. So next qualifying group, it will be Travis Gardner and Brandon Marlowe hitting the track. So you see there's the 29, the Dig sponsored machine of Travis Gardner, and there's the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. But right now, 13.096 Evan C. He threw down the gauntlet right away with that 13.0. And man, can anyone top that time? Tomasi and Underwood. And you look at this right now, a star-studded field here. You say a smaller field tonight here as in the past weeks, but still some stars. You know, Gardner goes 9th quick, 13.490. Marlowe, 13.537. He is 10th quick. So 9th and 10th quick for Gardner and Marlowe. Can they both improve on their times? Brandon Marlowe's second time, he will stay 13.537, 10th quick for him, and Gardner will stay at 9th quick.
Coming out track next will be car number 51, Jacob Laster. Brandon Freeberg at a 171. And then we have an 11 machine of Cody Nevin. Cody Nevin in 11. Jacob Laster picking up the green flag down the front straightaway. He goes to that middle upper line there, out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. You know, one person to look out is Brandon Freeberg. He's been no slouch lately. Out of turn number 4. Let's see here. Jacob Laster, what time we put in? 7th quickest with a 13.425. Freeberg goes to 5th quickest with a 13.294. Nevin up to 6th with a 13.303. Freeberg does not improve. Let's see if Cody Nevin improves. He does not. He stays 6th quickest.
Group number 6 of qualifying here, and John Ruggiero Jr. for D1RT in the 44, Travis St. Clair in the 13, and then rounding out this group will be Mike Wynn in the 12. So keep an eye on John Ruggiero Jr. If you tuned in on Tuesday night. Ruggiero Jr. put on an instant classic in his heat race and won a photo finish. And Steve McMillan, I've called a lot of great races in the past, but 0.001 being the margin of a heat race win. It came down to the narrow finish there, and he wins it by a nose. But Ruggiero Jr. 8th quick, 13.367. St. Clair 13.370 at his 9th quick for him, and Win 16th quick with a 14.569. Ruggiero second time for him. He will not improve. St. Clair's second time. They will both stay as 8th and 9th with a 13.367 for Ruggiero. St. Clair 13.370 and Win 13.715.
Next group of cars on the track will be the 41 of Matthew Logan, Craig Stykes in the 29, and Blake Majulis in the 127, or he's in the pit road. One of the two. Anyway, green flag is out for Matthew Logan in the 41 machine, and for Craig Stykes out of turn number 4. Let's look at the first lap for Matthew Logan. He is 14th quickest. Craig Stykes, let's see where he moves up to. He's 16th. In his last time in, Matthew Logan crossed the start-finish line. See if he improves. He does not. And Craig Stykes, he stays at 16th.
So next on track, the 127. He has had the hot hand of lately. Last Thursday on Ultimate Dirt TV and the VLR page, he won the 14th annual Schaefer's Oil Spring Fling, and also on track, the 32. It is BJ Duval. So those two cars on track right now. 127 Industries CFM. It is D1RT 127. Blake Majulis. Can he knock off Evan C in quick time right now? First time for Blake Majulis goes third quick. 13.157 for Blake Majulis, as that looks like he's only taken one time. We see that a lot, though, from him. He only takes one time. 20th quick, 14.650 for BJ Duval. Looks to improve this time. He got a good corner out of 3 and 4. BJ Duval going to be slower.
14.731. Let's look at the next group of cars. Terrell Payne in the 51 machine. Eric York in the 89. And I believe Huey Quillen in the 4 machine. So we'll watch Huey Quillen, then we'll turn over to the other side. Look at the other two. Huey Quillen taking a green flag out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, let's look at Huey Quilla. Let's see where he stacks up in the fielding. 17th quickest. Terrell Payne in the 51 machine, currently 20th on the board. And he does not improve. Eric York crossing the checkered line. He moves up to 21st. Wow, look at there. Can you believe that? 23rd on the grid.
I want to say I am disappointed, but he's had a struggle of lately, so not really surprised. But maybe there's still a chance, Steve. There's still a chance. We've seen anything happen in the racing world. Heck, you've seen me make a feature from a heat race before, so anything can happen.
Well, did I win any money yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well, here is your LockonLads.com qualifying results. Evan C., Tanner Tomasi, Blake Majulis, Ryan Underwood, Davin Cardwell, Brandon Freeberg, Cody Nevin, Damian Kiefer, John Ruggiero Jr., Travis St. Clair, Eddie Forrest, Jacob Laster, Josh Thomas, Matthew Logan, Mario Perez, Travis Gardner, Huey Quilly, Craig Stikes, and Brandon Marlowe, Terrell Payne, Eric York, Mike Wynn, and BJ Duvall. And you know what? We're going to throw the starting grid over to Alex Robinson.
Heat race number 1, and here's your Locked On Lads iRacing podcast. Starting grid on the pole, VLR 33. It's Evan C. to the outside. His teammate, the 1 of Ryan Underwood. Row number 2, the 11 of Cody Nevin. To the outside, it's the 17 of Travis St. Clair. Row number 3, the inside, the 27 of Josh Thomas. The outside, the 30. It is Travis Gardner. Rounding out the field, starting 7th to 37 for Team DTG. It is Brandon Marlowe, and rounding up the field, the 729 of Mike Wynn. This is your Heat Race 1 starting lineup. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lights are out on the pace truck. We will be green here. Next time by Evan C. Ryan Underwood, your front row. So this VLR front row here, everyone, again, will lock in to the feature, it seems like, but we will see right there in your bottom right screen. Let's see the speed that these boys can put down. Your top left corner is your scoring tower, where you'll see the laps completed and the position-wise, and that bottom right will show you the throttle control on these cars and how fast they are going. So there you go. That's your rundown of what you see on the screen. And, of course, in the middle, it is the show of the shows, and it's green flag out in heat race number 1, and Evan C. leads us into turn 1 and 2, and already you look at that throttle, how he's off the throttle here, but here we go, bottom side, Evan C. He is leading this one. That battle for third already heating up between Travis St. Clair and Cody Nevin. There is Evan C. out in front, Ryan Underwood in second, as Evan C. 14.672 on his first lap there, as you'll see those times go down even more when these guys get in a rhythm. But there is Cody Nevin trying to hold off Josh Thomas for the 4th spot. Nevin, 13.633 right there. As you see, these cars are very close together in times, but Evan C. is the man out in front here in heat race number 1. We're already closing in on halfway down here in this heat race. It's C, Underwood, and St. Clair, your top 3 right now, as UCC has a good margin ahead. There's Josh Thomas. Now Thomas has more company, because here comes Marlowe behind him. These 3 cars are going at it here for the 4th spot, trying to catch up to Cody Nevin. There's Gardner and Wynn rounding out this field right now. 3 laps to run. Evan C. out in front. Ryan Underwood again still in second, but Evan C. is putting on a clinic. That 33 for VLR Racing. He is looking sharp here tonight, and he's running that top side strong, and he's picking up where he's left off over the past few weeks in this series. Joshua Tama, now he takes over the 4th spot after a mistake by Cody Nevin. White flag in the air for Evan C. in the 33. Ryan Underwood again still in that 2nd spot. He looks comfortable. There you see it. The TAC 3 defends. VLR Machine CFM also on the side of that one. It is Evan C. He wins heat race number 1. Ryan Underwood in 2nd. Travis St. Clair in 3rd. And here comes the race down to the line. And it is Josh Thomas, Brandon Marlowe, Cody Nevin, Travis Gardner, and Mike Wynn rounding out that field. But man, oh man, talk about some quick racing, some quick action, and some high impact racing. Again, Evan C. wins it by over a second. Ryan Underwood, Travis St. Clair, Josh Tama, Brandon Marlowe, Cody Nevin, Travis Gardner, and Mike Wynn round out heat race number 1 results. Heat race number 2, and I'm just throwing it over to Steve McMillan.
All right, your heat race number 2 will look like this on your front row. The 09 of Tanner Tomasi to his outside. To the 70 is Davin Cardwell. Damian Kiefer starts inside row number 2. To his outside is Eddie Farnas. Row number 3 be Matthew Logan. And to his outside, Huey Quilla. Terrell Payne will start 7th night. And BJ Duvall will bring up the rear. Well, you know what? Alex, I'm going to ask you something. What place you think BJ Duvall can get to?
I give BJ a top 5.
Wow. You're planning to lose a lot of money with this poker game.
Gotta know when to hold them.
But this case, you're not folding.
Well, I'm just planning on running.
All right, they're coming out turn number 4. The flagman giving 1 to go. Tanner Tomasi and Davin Cardwell, your front row. Brian, thank you for the 50 stars, sir. Patricia Payne, thank you for tuning in. Matt Bailey, Frank Curry, thank you, sir. All right, green flag is out. Tanner Tomasi bringing us down to the green flag. Into turn number 1, Tomasi runs that middle line. Davin Cardwell to hip pocket there. Coming out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Damian Kiefer on the run with Matthew Logan. Kiefer to that 3rd spot. Logan pushes up out of turn number 4. Their top 4 single file. Now Huey Quillen and Eddie Farnas battling out. Farnas underneath queuing. Look at them go. Both of them side by side. A little contact there. But coming out turn number 4 to the lead. Lap number 2 is going to be the 09 machine. Look at Damian Kiefer to the inside. Davin Cardwell with a power move. Cardwell string arming it on the outside. Cardwell coming out turn number 4. They're still side by side as we complete lap number 3. Kiefer right up against those inside little tires. With Cardwell with a run now into turn number 3. But coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be halfway down, halfway to go for Tanner Tomasi. Look at this, a 3-way race here with Kiefer and the city of Cardwell. Matthew Logan, 3. Oh, Matthew Logan get heavy on the binders there. Kiefer slides up in front of the 70 machine. Damian Kiefer down that 2nd spot. Cardwell in 3rd. Logan in 4th. Huey Quillen in 5th. Eddie Farnas, BJ Duvall, and Terrell Payne ran out your field. Meanwhile, we're getting 2 laps to go for Tanner Tomasi in the 09 machine. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Look at here, Davin Cardwell and Matthew Logan battling side by side. But the white flag is being waved for Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi has 1 more lap to go out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Tanner Tomasi. Damian Kiefer comes home in 2nd. Logan comes home 3rd. Quillen, Davin Cardwell, Eddie Farnas, Terrell Payne, and BJ Duvall shown 8th place. Let's take a look at your official results here momentarily. All right, your finishing results, official finishing results by LockonLads.com. It's Tanner Tomasi, Damian Kiefer, Matthew Logan, Huey Quilla, Davin Cardwell, Eddie Farnas, Terrell Payne, and BJ Duvall. I'm going to throw it over to Alex Robinson for your 3rd and final heat race.
And on the pole, it's D1RT Racing, the 127 Industries, 127 of Blake Majulis to the outside, the 171 of Brandon Freeberg. Row number 2, D1RT 44, it's John Ruggiero Jr. to the outside from Tennessee, the 51 of Jacob Lassiter. Row number 3, Mario Perez to the inside from Florida to the outside, the 29 of Craig Stykes. Rounding out the field, it's the 68 of Eric York. This is your 3rd and final heat race here for the 5.6 Graphics Super Late Model Series at Cedar Lake Speedway here in Wisconsin. You saw Evan C. picking up heat race number 1 victory, and he did it in a very strong manner. You saw heat race number 2. A lot of positions came down to the wire. So what will heat race number 3 have in store for us? Well, you have to tune in and keep watching to see what happens. Blake Majulis starts on the pole in that hot hand. Can it keep on rolling here tonight? But he has that 171 of Freeberg to the outside. Ruggiero Jr., remember the upset he pulled on Tuesday night to win by a close margin. Keep an eye on those two, but green flag is out. Third and final heat race of the night is underway. Blake Majulis leads us into turn 1 and 2. There's Brandon Freeberg. Oh my, went up a little too high there as he lost over the second spot. Now he's trying to put it back in the mix. Almost 3 wide for the second spot. It's Ruggiero Jr., Brandon Freeberg, and Mario Perez battling it out right now. Perez and Freeberg side by side once more. Ruggiero Jr., he is trying to pull away, but he's not getting there. Perez now slides up the track a little bit. Not what he wants. Killed some speed off him there as he comes after Freeberg once more. Ruggiero Jr. starting to put some distance between him and the third spot of Freeberg, trying to gain up to the 127 of Blake Majulis, who is looking sharp here once more tonight. Going to the bottom side here, it's Majulis. Oh, man, look at this. Steve McMillan, you're on top of your game. That's a nice camera there, as this man has gotten some sharp cameras at Cedar Lake for us tonight. But look at that 127. There's the set 171 and the 44 of Ruggiero Jr. and Brandon Freeberg going at it still for the 2 spot, and that's Ruggiero Jr. in it right now. Mario Perez holding on, but for how long? Because here comes Lassiter trying to go to the inside of him. Those two battling out for the 4 spot. Mario Perez, Jacob Lassiter. Lassiter in the 51, Perez in the 71. There's the 171 of Brandon Freeberg right now. He's on an island of his own, holding on to that 3rd spot. Ruggiero Jr. in the 2nd spot. Blake Majulis still out in front in the 127 machine, and he's going to take a white flag here. Blake Majulis, white flag in the air for him. Ruggiero Jr. still holds on to 2nd, trying to gain some ground on his teammate there. But the 127 through 3 and 4 for one final time. Blake Majulis wins heat race number 3 here tonight. Ruggiero Jr. in 2nd and Brandon Freeberg in 3rd. So here we go, your LockedOnLads.com. Heat race number 3 results, and Blake Majulis winning that heat race action. John Ruggiero Jr., Brandon Freeberg, Mario Perez, Jacob Lassiter, Craig Stykes, and Eric York round out your field. It doesn't look like we have a warm-up. It looks like we're going straight into feature racing. Or are we?
Nope, it's going to be your B main tonight, so I guess we're having a B main. So, Joshua Thomas starts on your front row with Huey Quillen. Your second row inside beat Mario Perez in the 71. To his outside, Team DTJ, it's Brandon Marlowe. Your third row inside in car number 70 be David Cardwell. To his outside be Jacob Laster in the 51 machine. Starting 7th night in row number 4, it'd be Cody Nevin in 11th. To his outside, Eddie Farnes with DSM. Starting your 5th row inside is Craig Stykes in the 29. To his outside is Travis Gardner in the 30. Then you have Terrell Payne and Eric York. 11th and 12th. And let's see here, 13th and 14th is going to be Mike Witt and BJ Duvall. Well, while we get ready for this last chance qualifier, why don't you find out how many they take this feature?
I shall return.
All right. Lights are going out. The flag, we're going to show them 1 to go for Josh Thomas and Huey Quillen in the 4 machine. Mario Perez and Brandon Marlowe, row number 2. David Cardwell and Jacob Laster, row number 3. 4 be Eddie Farnes and Cody Nevin. Travis Gardner, Craig Stykes, Eric York, Terrell Payne, BJ Duvall, Mike Wynn. Round out your field. Here we go. Into turn number 3. Josh Thomas bringing the field to the green flag. Here we go. 12 laps to distance. Tama down to the bottom. Look at the 71 of Mario Perez. We're 3 wide. Coming down turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Huey Quillen has it by a nose. Into turn number 3. Tama gets a little tight there. But out of turn number 4, it's going to be Quillen leading lap number 1. Tama, Perez, Cardwell, Marlowe, and Laster. Stikes and Farnes balanced side by side. Mario Perez in the 71 machine and David Cardwell on the outside. They're trying to battle in, but look at the 51. And Jacob Laster and the 37, Brandon Marlowe. They're battling side by side. They're catching up that Davin Cardwell. Davin Cardwell struggling tonight in a last chance qualifier. Meanwhile, the 4 machine of Huey Quillen has about 2-car length advantage over Josh Tama and Mario Perez. Now getting battled by David Cardwell. Cardwell running the high line out of 4. They're in dead heat at the line for that 3rd spot. Mario Perez sticking it to the bottom. He gets a good run out of turn number 2 this time. Into turn number 3. Look at Cardwell. Goes to the high side. Gets a run out of 4. Close, but no cigar. But look at this. Brandon Marlowe starting to close in the gap. There's Jacob Laster in the 51. The 29 of Craig Stikes and Terrell Payne. Cody Nevin there. And look at BJ Duvall. He's out of the race. But Huey Quillen continues to lead out of turn number 4. We complete lap number 7. Josh Tama and Davin Cardwell. Cardwell scored for 3rd there. He's still battling with Mario Perez. 2 by 2 there. Into turn number 3. Coming down turn number 4. Look at Marlowe. And he's going to look above Mario Perez there. And underneath the skirt of the 70 machine. But meanwhile, it's the Huey Quillen show out of turn number 4. Huey Quillen with good sizable lead over Josh Tama there. David Cardwell and Mario Perez battling side by side. Out of turn number 4, 2 laps to go for Huey Quillen. Huey Quillen in the 4 machine. Josh Tama and David Cardwell, your top 3. Into turn number 3 there. Running that middle to upper line is Quillen. Out of turn number 4, white flag in the air. 1 more to go for Huey Quillen. Josh Tama, David Cardwell, Perez, Marlowe, your top 5. Into turn number 3. Quillen putting on a clinic. Out of 4. Checker flag is waving. He picks up the last chance qualifier. Tama, Cardwell, Marlowe, Perez, Stikes, Laster, Payne, Nevin, Farnes, Gardner, York, Witt, and Duvall. Take a look at your official results here on the board. Huey Quillen picking up the win. Josh Tama, David Cardwell, Brandon Marlowe, Mario Perez, Craig Stikes, Jacob Laster, Terrell Payne, Cody Nevin, Eddie Farnes, Travis Gardner, Eric York, Mike Witt, and BJ Duvall. Well, did you get how many they took out of that race, Alex?
Everyone.
Well, if I was BJ, I'll pull in too. If they're taking everyone. We'll be right back after these commercials. And we're clear.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. You're watching the 19 Motorsports Foundation, the 5-6 Graphic Super Late Model Series here at Cedar Lake. And we got warm-ups going on the track right now. So sit back, get you a cold one to drink, and maybe some popcorn, because it might be entertaining watching BJ Duvall start 23rd tonight. Alex, what's your thoughts before we go feature race action?
I think it's going to be bread and butter like always. Majulis, C, Underwood, watch those three go at it once more again this week. But watch the guy in the 0 car for Ryko Motorsports. Damian Kiefer, he's a guy to keep your eye on here. This is a technical track here at Cedar Lake. You never know what you're going to get. Keep your eye on him, as well as Matthew Logan, who's had a strong run of late. So keep your eye on those guys, because they've been strong, they've been fast. But that top three of C, the Julius, and Underwood, that's going to be one of them to watch. Tanner Tomasi even has a chance here. So there's a lot of guys that have a chance of winning, but they got to keep their nose clean, at least for the first 15 laps.
Well, you look at a couple cars, 3 cars have not made any laps on the final practice. That's Mike Wynn, Jacob Laster, and Eddie Varnas. But everybody else has made it up there, so BJ's currently 19th on the speed charts out of the 20 cars that have gone out. Well, you know, Alex Robinson's hoping for my paycheck to be delivered to his front door. I just don't know. I mean, there's going to be a Talladega wreck for that to happen.
Never know. I've seen crazier things happen. Again, I remember last season I made how many feature races?
You made 3.
Yeah, I finished in the top 10 in one.
You did. You did.
So we've seen crazier things happen, so you never know.
How many championships you have?
Don't start over here, Mr. Two-time champion.
Actually, I have 3 championships. I won the UOR Super Late Ball Championship many moons ago.
Many moons ago. And I remember, that's one thing, ladies and gentlemen, you might have to tune in a little bit more here on Ultimate Dirt TV, because you never know. Steve McMillan strapped himself into a car 2 weeks ago for the season opener of the Miller Family Trucking Esports League on that Sunday, and Steve made his long-awaited return, and we were actually very happy. We didn't care where you finished. We were happy to see you back in the car.
What's funny is I ended up in the spot that BJ's starting at. Dead last.
But here we go, about 5 seconds, and we are going to get ready for feature racing here at Cedar Lake Speedway. You see it getting a little dark here. Fans are still in attendance. You see all the campers there. And, of course, the famous lake in the middle of the speedway here in Wisconsin. And it's all going to come ahead here tonight in the 5-6 Graphic Super Late Model Series feature event. You see the checkered has waved on warm-ups. And it is time to get you your LockedOnLads.com starting grid for your A main event. And starting in the 23rd spot, it's the 32 for Team Outlaw Motorsports of BJ Duvall. 22nd, the 729 of Mike Wynn. And to the inside of him, the 68 of Eric York.
Your 10th row on the outside. And car number 30 be Travis Gardner to his inside. And car number 21 to DSM. It's Eddie Farnes.
Row number 9 on the outside. It's the 11 of Cody Nevin to the inside. Speedworks Mafia. 22 of Terrell Payne.
Row number 8 to the outside to be Jacob Laster to 51 to Tennessee Team DTJ. And to the inside at car number 29 is Craig Stykes.
Starting in row number 7 to the outside from Florida, the 71, it's Mario Perez. To the inside, the 37 team, DTJ, it is Brandon Marlowe.
Your 6th row outside at car number 70, it'd be Davin Cardwell to his inside, Joshua Tama.
Starting in row number 5, the 4, it's Huey Quillen to the inside, the 171 of Brandon Freeberg.
Matthew Logan will start outside road number 4. And the 41 machine of Travis St. Clair to 13 will start 7th tonight.
Row number 3 on the outside, it's the 44 for D1RT. It's John Ruggiero Jr. To the inside, the 0 for Ryko Motorsports. It's Damian Kiefer.
Row number 2 and outside, it'd be Ryan Underwood, Team VLR. Says inside, it'd be Blake Majulis from New York in car number 127.
And on your front row on the outside, the 09, the Tomasi Posse. It's Tanner Tomasi. To the inside, VLR 33. It is Evan C.
Alrighty.
Wait here because Steve McMillan, they have been given the signal to give the fans the salute that everyone loves to see in dirt track racing. They are going to assemble the 4-wide salute here at Cedar Lake Speedway. And Steve, while they do this, who do you have parking it in victory lane here tonight?
Well, in victory lane tonight, I'll have the 33 of Evan C.
You're picking C. You know what? I'm going to go with the bread and butter like we talked about. I'm going 127, the hot hand, Blake Majulis, ladies and gentlemen. This is your salute. These drivers have thanked you for tuning in all night long, and it's a 4-wide salute, the 5.6 Graphics Super Late Model Series here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Who is your pick to park it in victory lane? I want to see them in the comments section. We will call you out, and we will tell everyone who picks who here tonight. But man, oh man, it is going to be great. Can it be Brandon Marlowe in the 37? Can it be the 09 of Tanner Tomasi for the Tomasi Posse? Can it be Blake Majulis? Heck, can BJ Duvall come from the back to the front and make a hard charger run? Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your picks in. Who is going to get it done?
Well, you got the best. They're going to show you the rest here for 40 laps of green flag racing just momentarily. If you look at the 0-dot machine, he already has damage on that right side. A little bit there. Looked like someone maybe got into him a tad bit, but it's on the spoiler. Very little, but a little bit. Lights are going out. We're going to let them loose out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan C. and Tanner Tomasi, Blake Majulis and Underwood, Damian Kiefer, John Ruggiero Jr., your 3 rows.
And ladies and gentlemen, what time is it? It is about to go down because it is time to throw down here at Cedar Lake Speedway. We are green. And Evan C. is at 33 already off. And look at these great camera views from Steve McMillan. And if we're going to do it, I'll let you do it.
No, I'll just play it around.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring the intro in, Steve. I was going to let you do the honors. And you should feel special because I never let anyone else do those honors.
We don't have little jam boxes in my thing, so that we couldn't do that.
Well, that's right. But you see, Huey Quillen must have missed the start there because he's only coming on the track right now. But there it is, 1, 2, and 3. We talked about it early on. It's Evan C., it's Blake Majulis, and it's Ryan Underwood. 1, 2, and 3. You see Damian Kiefer there as well. There's Mario Perez in the mix right now. Matthew Logan already trying to make a charge into the top 10. There's Cody Nevin, and upside down is Jacob Lassiter in the 51. Caution flag waves, 5 laps into your feature event, Ultimate Dirt TV Instant Replay. We're going to see there's the 51 of Jacob Lassiter as everyone going 2 by 2 into turn number 1 and 2. And oh no. Know where this is going, and it's going straight into a tractor tire, and upside down goes the 51 machine.
And look at the Eddie Fartis. They're heavy on the biters not to get into Jacob Laster. Dun, dun, dun. Well, you know, one thing's for sure. Thank goodness Huey Quillen was late to the show. That allowed BJ to move up 4 spots. Jacob Laster being out helped him out with that too.
Again, in the great words, great man. You gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to pull them. And you surely gotta know when to run. BJ Duval, it might be soon time for you to run, because guess what? Everyone's going to run to the start-finish line, because we are back green. Here's Cedar Lake Speedway 5, the laps in the books. As you see again, there they are. All there they go. Evan C. out in front there, but Julius gets by Ryan Underwood once more. Tanner Tomasi battling in that with Damian Kiefer, and oh boy, no caution yet. Everyone keeps it clean right now, but we are 4 wide going into turn 1 and 2. Something got to give. As more contact happening back here, you see the 41 of BJ.
Caution out of the racetrack. Let's see if we can figure this out. Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Oh, BJ just looked underneath the skirt of Huey Quillett. Quillett said, "No, thank you," and he he pulls up his pants really quick. I was like, "What the?"
I got nothing.
I mean, you gotta think of something. I don't know. Poor kid.
I got nothing.
Poor kid missing half of a thumb. Isn't it a thumb? Or a finger? Alex, you're not good. You're supposed to remember this stuff.
Look, I'm off my game tonight, Steve.
Here we go. Fix to go back to green flag racing. Evan C. bringing us back down. Blake Majulis and Ryan Underwood was on the outside. Majulis in that second spot. Underwood in the hip pocket. Majulis coming out, and we already got another caution out on the racetrack. I believe it's going to be for Brandon Marlowe in the 37 machine.
So, some problems early on in this feature event for some drivers. It looks like the 37 is the latest victim of the caution flag here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Here is your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and we're going to see exactly what happens here as there's Brandon Marlowe as this restart happens. And up he, oh boy, gets a little bit of help, and then going to get beaten banked from some other drivers around the track there. And that was your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. So some problems for the 37. Those 3 up front have had no problems at all. No siree. Watch out. Did you see who's behind Ryan Underwood? It's the Tomasi posse, Tanner Tomasi, and also Damian Kiefer. 2 guys who we talked about being at the top of their game of lately. So is Matthew Logan, Davin Cardwell. And there you see it right now. Evan C., Blake Majulis, 2 pro licensed drivers. And you also have Davin Cardwell, another pro licensed drivers. So out of that top 7 right now, you have 3 pro licensed drivers in this field. And if you're in front of Davin Cardwell right now, you got to feel pretty good about yourself if you're beating a pro licensed driver.
Well, yeah. But look at here. Green flag is back out. Single file restart. See if we can get it done this time. Look at Evan C. right in the bottom groove there. But Jules a little bit lower. Out of turn 2. Jules had a run there. Now Majulis to the middle upper line. Out of turn number 4. We complete lap number 13 here at Cedar Lake.
Tanner Tomasi, there's Davin Cardwell. Now Damian Kiefer under fire from the 41 of Matthew Logan. Logan under fire of the 70 of Davin Cardwell. There's Josh Thomas. He's also under fire. So a lot of these cars under fire right now. There's Cody Nevin. Nevin under fire. There's the 171 of Freeberg. Going to the inside of him. Those two side by side. There's Huey Quillen and Eddie Farnes. Those two going at it side by side. Sorry, that's Eric York. As there is BJ Duval. Duval in the 17th spot right now, folks. He's coming after the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. Ruggiero Jr. is sitting in the 16th spot. So again, battles all throughout the racetrack, but these two up in front are all alone. Underwood right now, he had some company because Tanner Tomasi is right on the inside of Underwood. Those two go at it once more. 46 on the top side, Tomasi on the inside.
Tanner Tomasi there looking out the right front of the car. You can see Underwood to the inside of him. Underwood, good little run he's putting on in his third place. He's been really good this season. Look at Davin Cardwell. He's trying to catch up to Matthew Logan. Looking on the outside here. Cardwell with a good momentum run out of turn number 4. Logan, though, he managed to shut the door. He runs that bottom line, look underneath the Kiefer. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway.
There is your leader, the 33. Again, CFM on the side of that one. Tag 3 defense. It is the VLR machine of Evan C. A lot of great sponsors on that machine. There is the 127 Industries CFM. Also on the side of that one, C. Majulis Speed Shop. The 127 Blake Majulis right there in the second spot. Caution flag waves once more here on the raceway. We had a good green flag run going there. But here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay.
Oh, maybe.
Possibly. What happens right here, mid-pack? Oh, boy. They went, you saw them 3 wide. You knew something had to give. Well, then they single file out. All 3 cars getting sideways there. So problems in turn 3 and 4 for those 3 drivers. But this might be what the 127 needed. Also Ryan Underwood, but Underwood has been under constant pressure from the 09 of Tanner Tomasi. Don't count out the 0 of Damian Kiefer. He has looked strong in the 5th spot right now. Another consistent finish for him would put him back into the points race with Blake Majulis and Evan C. But man, oh man, coming into tonight, points were close. And now it comes to a head right now. It's Majulis and C. They're tied. Damian Kiefer is 3rd in points with 116. And C and Majulis at 137. Then it's Cardwell and Tomasi are your top 5. Huey Quillen, Ryan Underwood, Brandon Freeberg, Craig Stykes, and Jacob Lassiter, your top 10. All of those drivers are running strong here tonight. Green flag back out on the raceway. Evan C. under some constant pressure, but so is Majulis right now. Majulis contact with him in the 0.
Woo! Look there, they're 3 wide out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Majulis falls back to 5th. Ryan Underwood trying to chase down his teammate Evan C. for the lead. Evan C. continues to lead as he's led every lap since dropping the green. Darren Tomasi in that 3rd spot there. Matthew Logan. And look at Blake Majulis. Blake Majulis underneath. Slide job on Matthew Logan. Logan crosses back underneath him. Logan has him at the line for that 4th spot. Look at Brandon Freeberg too.
Matthew Logan holds the 4th spot. Look at the 171 of Brandon Freeberg. But here comes the 0, Damian Kiefer, and he's bringing a whole hog of cars with him. And that is Huey Quillen, Davin Cardwell, John Ruggiero Jr. all in the mix there as well. They're all coming to try and get back into the top 10 and top 5. But that top 5 battle right now between Majulis and Matthew Logan, the 2 D1RT teammates going at it side by side. Majulis up top, Matthew Logan on the inside. Logan having a strong run through mid-corner, but the exit goes to the 127. He slides up once more. That 127 going to get the strong run he needs, and he takes over the fourth spot from Matthew Logan once more.
Look at Logan there. He falls back to fifth, but Julius takes fourth. Matthew Kiefer trying to get back up there. He's trying to work on the outside of Brandon Freeberg. Look a little further back, there you see Huey Gwillan currently in the 8th spot. David Cardwell in 9th, battling with John Ruggiero Jr., Travis St. Clair, and Josh Thomas battling. Then you have Eric York in the 89, Terrell Payne. And let's look who's out of the race. Oh, it's BJ.
32, BJ Duval out of tonight's action here. And man, oh man, tough break for BJ Duval, but Evan C., he is trying to pull away in this points race early on in this season. And if he can win here, he'll go for the clean sweep here tonight. Again, he set quick time. He won his heat race. Now he's looking to win this feature event and lock up some more points for him. Blake Majulis right now, he is in the 4th spot, but there's Brandon Freeberg as well. You look at all these cars who are in points race right now. See Underwood, Tomasi, Majulis, Logan, and Kiefer, and Freeberg, Cardwell, Quillen. They're all right there, Ruggiero Jr. All these guys who are having strong point seasons right now, they're all around the top 10 area. So this is going to keep these points race close. But Evan C. right now closing in on 10 to run here at Cedar Lake Speedway. He is 10 laps away from another victory in here in these super late models. But John Ruggiero Jr. just got passed by Travis St. Clair for the 10th spot.
As you look there, you also see Huey Quillen in 9th, David Cardwell in 8th, Brandon Freeberg in 7th. Underwood, he's falling behind the pressure as Evan C's getting further out lap by lap. Evan C in a 33 machine. Into turn number 3, he goes in the middle line, slides on up on the exit turn number 4. We come to complete lap number 37.
Matthew Logan in the 41 machine. He's in 5th, but that 0 of Damian Kiefer right behind him as well. Kiefer going to go to the bottom side. Logan up top. Logan learned something from that 127 who got by him on the top side. As you see these battles still throughout the racetrack. There's Brandon Freeberg trying to hold on to a top 10 finish. He has St. Clair. He has Ruggiero Jr. behind him as well, as Ruggiero Jr. in the 11th spot right now. But there's Damian Kiefer again trying to chase down Matthew Logan in the 5th spot. And there is the 127 of Blake Majulis trying to chase down the 09 of Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi looking for his first podium of the new season, as Ryan Underwood also looking for another podium here this season. And well, Evan C. has made the podium all 2 weeks so far this season and looking for a victory once more. That 33 machine's hitting lap traffic here. And now the 29 machine of Stikes is down a lap. There's Ryan Underwood. As now all you see is Evan C. starting to put some cars between him and the 46.
Pressure right down to the 127, looking underneath of Tanner Tomasi. That goes to the high side. Majulis trying to get a run out turn number 2. Tomasi in that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, 2 laps to go for your race leader, Evan C. in a 33 Team VLR. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Slow and steady on the bottom. The white flag is waving. 1 more to go for Evan C.
C goes to the bottom side here, going around some more lap traffic, but it's all she wrote for the 33 through 3 and 4 final time. VLR, TAC 3 Defense, and CFM, Chris Ferguson, the Esports. Evan C. wins here at Cedar Lake for VLR. Ryan Underwood goes 2nd. Tanner Tomasi goes 3rd. Majulis in 4th. And Matthew Logan in 5th. You had to pick a winner, didn't you?
I did.
Because you, Brett, nobody can let me win multiple times in a week, but there it is. Evan C. wins the race here for the 5.6 Graphic Super Late Models. Ryan Underwood, Tanner Tomasi, Blake Majulis, Matthew Logan, your top 5. Damian Kiefer, David Cardwell, Huey Quillen, Brandon Freeberg, and Travis St. Clair, your top 10.
11th to be Josh Thomas, John Ruggiero Jr., Terrell Payne, Craig Stikes, Mario Perez, Eric York, Cody Nevin, Eddie Farnes, Travis Gardner, and 20th is BJ Duvall. He finished 3 spots up from his starting position. And then rounding out your field to be Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Laster, and Mike Wynn. Well. We'll be right back after these messages, and we'll have post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. And standing by with Alex Robinson is your third place finisher tonight, Tanner Tomasi.
The 09 Tomasi posse, man, oh man, the 09 of Tanner Tomasi taking home the third place finish. And how does it feel to get on the podium here so early in this season?
It feels pretty good. I can't complain. I've had a lot of speed, just haven't had the results to show it. Something always happens. But today we had some good luck. I know we started second, fell back a spot, but still finishing third will help us with the points.
And you talk about the points tonight, a lot of good points tonight for a lot of point sitters here tonight, but a third place finish against a lot of talent, passing the 127 of Majulis also. Kiefer battling it out. You and Kiefer put on a heck of a show battling it out for the 4th spot, the 5th spot, and then even the 3rd spot. So you and that Zero machine, looks like that had to be the battle to watch throughout the night.
Yeah, man. I mean, him and I race a lot, so usually most of the races we're in together. That's usually how it goes.
Well, we see a lot of good sponsors on that car. Who do you have to thank for putting you on the podium here tonight?
Oh, yeah. I really got to thank Domination Race Cars, Russell's Link over there. They helped me out a lot. Daniel Passmore, LMPKB.net, CZ Graphics, Bighorn Taxidermy, Troy Vaughn, JB, Dan, Aaron, Kent, Bo. You guys for doing all this, and Don for putting on the lead.
Well, that is your third place finisher. It is Tanner Tomasi. Now, catching up with your second place finisher, Steve McMillan is with Ryan Underwood.
Well, Underwood, you've been putting an underwad on the field lately. Every time you show up, you are in a top 5, that's for sure. Take us back to how it all started out tonight for you.
There at the beginning, I really just couldn't get settled down in the car. I was missing my lines completely and just allowing Evan and Blake to really just pull away from me. And that one restart, Evan was like, "You better get up on the wheel," and I did, and I was able to pass Blake. And then I got unsettled in the car again, and Evan was just able to slowly pull away. So then ruts in this new update, I really got to get used to.
It really upsets the car, throws it different directions. It's really almost like real life there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, who's the sponsors you want to thank for making it all possible for you to run tonight, sir?
Everybody at Team VLR, CX Performance, CFM Esports, ShopFergie22.com, Majula C Setup Shop. Go check them out. They got some really bad, fast setups. Scalf Race Wraps, Dirty Grass Soul, TAC 3 Defense, Scalf Race Wraps, and everybody on the car.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming home in second place tonight, it's Ryan Underwood. And now Alex Robinson has the man of the hour.
Coming home with the win tonight, VLR 33, Evan C. And once more, you keep your hot hand going as well. A lot of podiums over the past few weeks, and now another win to add to this already strong resume. And how does it feel with a real tricky track in Cedar Lake?
Yeah, it definitely felt pretty good to get the win here at Cedar Lake. We've always been pretty fast here on the last build, so it was nice to know we still had some speed here in this new tire model. It's only the second race I did here up the late model was first time in the super here, so on the new tire model. So it definitely felt nice to come out with some speed, qualify a pole, and just pull away there once the track slicked off. Setup felt pretty good, so definitely pretty pleased with that.
And you said about the setup and these points now, a strong night for VLR, especially. You and Ryan Underwood going 1 and 2, and then this has to help early on in the season for the points championship later on in the coming months.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't did a whole lot of races on most of these tracks on the schedule on this new build because been doing most of my time testing in Knoxville. But definitely looking forward to the rest of the tracks on the schedule and how the races are going to play out. I'm sure it's going to be fun and a good battle.
We see a lot of great sponsors, a lot of great guys backing you up in that 33. Who do you have to thank for yet another win this week?
Yeah, just all the guys at Team VLR, ShopFurry22.com, Chris Ferguson Esports, Majula C Setup Shop, Celine Truck Stop, Iris and I Flag, Kevin Dedman, his band Dirty Rest Hole, Captain Morgan, so Howard Weaver for the paint, and just everybody else helps out. And thank y'all guys for doing the broadcast for us and 1-9 for putting on the show.
Well, that is your winner tonight, the 33 for VLR Racing. It is Evan C. and Steve McMillan. This will wrap up another week. What do you say? What's the takeaway after this week here? And a lot of points, top 10 in points, and almost every one of them finished in the top 10 here once more.
Well, one thing about it is, first off, congratulations to BJ Duvall for getting a top 20. He passed 3 cars tonight, so that's number 1. Number 2, I got to save my paycheck for another week. And number 3, my pick won.
Oh, you just won a lot. You didn't have to give up a paycheck. You're a lucky guy.
I knew when to hold them and knew when to fold, didn't I?
Yeah. We understand that one. But ladies and gentlemen, Ultimate Dirt TV would like to thank all their great sponsors for yet another great season here on iRacing, Speed Shop 51, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Heatwave Designs, FEGPC, and Locked On Lads iRacing Podcast. And again, 5-6 Super Late Models. Like to thank all their great sponsors of the 19 Motorsports Foundation, Midwest Sheet Metal, Show Me Dirt, GTR Simulator, MPI, Reliable Energy Solutions, 5-6 Graphics for being the title sponsor of the Super Late Models, and DirtFan.com. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow night. Steve McMillan, I don't know if you'll be racing. You might have to, but tomorrow night, midnight, 12 a.m. Eastern Time, Lernerville Speedway Pro Late Models. It is the World of Thunder Esports League After Dark. First race of that 5 races, Steve McMillan?
It's 4. We might add a 5th one. Depends on how good they get.
4 races on the schedule for that one, and it's night number 1 of the World of Thunder Esports League After Dark. And ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me and Cole Duggar on the car for that one at Lernerville Speedway. And then Sunday, it is the Miller Family Trucking Esports League, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. It starts with the UMP Modifieds, followed up by the ABR Setup Shop, 360 Wing Sprint Cars, and then to round out the night is Extreme Savage Pro Late Models presented by 127 Industries. So you can tune in to watch some great racing on tap this coming weekend on Ultimate Dirt TV. And until next time, Steve McMillan, I'm Alex Robinson, signing off from Cedar Lake Speedway.